Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win, you find a way to lose. Let me tell you something. It's going to be a real short video. Edwin de los Santos and Isaac Pitbull Cruz, they on similar paths, man. When you take a look at Isaac Pitbull Cruz when he fought Tank Davis, as far as his connect percentage, were extremely low. I don't think it was more than 15%. Look at De Los Santos, his connect percentage on Stevenson, I mean, it was like 13%, something like that, 14%. When you only scoring, I mean, goddamn, between 8, 15% of your shots, undoubtedly that's a recipe for disaster and excuse me, a recipe for defeat. Now I'm gonna tell you right now, when it comes to the scorecards, it is what it is. I mean, it's kind of hard to argue over the scorecards, especially when someone just isn't able to land, their shots the way they want to. But I'm gonna tell you this: Tank Davis, when he fought Pitbull Cruz, we understand Tank claimed he had an issue with his left hand, but he felt that power too. And Tank Davis wasn't trying to stand there necessarily and get hit with nothing. Now, Tank Davis has the equalizer, but he knew that Pitbull Cruz had one too. He didn't want to sit there and see who can land first, because Pitbull Cruz throws very short, compact shots. So Gervonta Davis did what he had to do. I truly believe if Gervonta Davis had his left hand there, he would have been able to get that left hand off a little more, and that would have discouraged Pitbull Cruz, because although Pitbull Cruz comes forward and he is all about seeking out a mash-up, crash-up type of fight, when you get hit with some crap by Gervonta Davis, man, things change. But when it comes to Shakur Stevenson and Edwin de los Santos, I truly feel that early in the fight, he felt that power. He saw the speed of De Los Santos. He saw the reflexes of De Los Santos. And he said, you know what, man? I'm going to choose the safest approach possible. And I'm going to make sure that I feature my jab and keep my jab consistent. And if I can kind of get the right hand in, whether it's straight or sweep it a little bit as a counter, then that's what I'm going to do. And that is what I think ultimately made the difference in the fight, is just him keeping it simple with a jab and occasionally throwing the right hand, but just using his quickness. Like Shakur Stevenson, like a mongoose in there. Watch a mongoose in a cobra in a fight, and the damn mongoose be right there in front of the cobra, and the cobra will strike, and the mongoose will jump and twist its body and somehow get out the way. Next thing you know, it got the damn cobra by its neck eating it. And that's what I saw with Shakur Stevenson. I'm like, yo, this is amazing athleticism from both of them, but especially from Shakur, his ability to react, to anticipate, to counter, to move in, move out, move laterally. Like he just did some very amazing stuff in the ring. I gotta be honest about his ability to not get hit. But the problem is, you just start running and not really wanting to engage. And I'm going to tell you right now, De Los Santos is athletic, but I would say he's less athletic than Shakur Stevenson. But Santos got frustrated, man. He got frustrated because he's trying to land, he's trying to hit Shakur. And Shakur, he's not even just taking a little half a step back, he's taking a full step back, or he's jumping out the way, or he's running away from the fighter. Okay, but as far as frustration, let me tell you something. When you get fans pelting you with boos and stuff, man, especially in mid-fight and towards the end of the fight, that because neither fighter wants to take a chance, I tell you what, you gotta sit there, man, and figure it out with the quickness, because you see when those fans are cheering, that should be the sound of money, dollar bills folding, coins jingling in your pocket. But when you hear those boos, that should be the sound of money burning. You understand? And that's not what you want. So I don't care how much anybody wants to admit that, they didn't feel good. I'm telling you right now, I think for Edwin de los Santos, I think his profile got bigger and better. I think his platform will grow. because what he was able to do to Shakur Stevenson is make Shakur Stevenson look like basically just an, I'm not going to say an ordinary fighter, but he took away from the mystique that Shakur Stevenson is this, like, just levels above all the boxers at that weight class. No, he made him look like an average Joe and someone who doesn't want to exchange. And if you get somebody in there who's willing to take more risk, which I think De Los Santos could have taken more, because we know he will risk disqualification to get a win. I think if he could have cut that ring off more, just fouled up Shakur Stevenson, wrestled him, shoved him, made it ugly, throw your shoulder in his face. Just made it an ugly, nasty fight. I think that would have been the fight for De Los Santos to win, but he was trying to, box and punch and fight clean, and he showed that he has everything it takes to beat a lot of these fighters. But for Shakur Stevenson, who's got those legs and got that engine and got those mongoose-like reflexes, you're going to have to make it ugly. You can't let him be comfortable. And Shakur Stevenson basically won that fight, in my opinion. Although he says he didn't feel good and felt like he didn't perform well, when you have a super fast hand and a smart jab like him, and the other guy doesn't want to really try to engage you and take many risks, because he's just getting frustrated. It's not hard to go on and win a fight like that. But a lot of people feel like Shakur Stevenson was, again, you have Boots gifted a title because of Crawford being stripped, right? And now you have Shakur Stevenson. You got Devin Haney having to give up his title, become champion in recess, to go fight Regis at 140. Now you have Shakur, where some people feel that he was just given the title. But I'm going to tell you this. Man. De Los Santos, in my opinion, is the champion of the people. Just like Pitbull Cruz, to me, is the champion of the people. And that's why a guy like Pitbull Cruz can come out now and fill up stadiums. And I think a lot of the boxing fans, especially the Spanish-speaking fans, not only them, but I think they're going to come out and support this man even more, because basically what he did to Shakur is kind of like what Pitbull did to Devin Haney. I mean, to Tank Davis. Is you made them fight a fight they did not want to fight, and had it to where they didn't want to engage because of what you brought to the ring. And that speaks volumes for Edwin De Los Santos. And that's what I was telling people. De Los Santos has been working in something special. I'm telling you, we're going to see the first 6 rounds how it goes. He got speed, he got power, he can box. I think when Stevenson feels that power, because he's going to get hit, the fight's going to change. And that's exactly what happened early in the fight. Man. But we'll see what's next, man. Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia. We're gonna see what people decide to do. Kambosos is out there, Lomachenko's out there. We got a lot of good fighters out there, but we just gotta sit back and wait and see what happens. But as far as the people are saying that it was a boxing lesson that was given to Pitbull Cruz, a boxing lesson was given to De Los Santos, I don't think that. I think when you're going to give someone a lesson, you get to learn from a lesson. You know what I'm saying? But I tell you what, fans don't come there to see no boxing lessons. Fans come there to see a fight. And when you want to come there and put on boxing lessons in front of fans, that's where you lose fans. Okay? So that being said, I think that fight should have been a draw. That fight was horrible. Horrible. What can I say? Horrible. But anyway, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans. Lackluster showing from, I would say, Gervonta and Shakur, but from as far as De Los Santos and Isaac Pitbull Cruz, they're gonna come back stronger, man, and they'll get in the ring with guys who don't want to run all night and be afraid to let their hands go. And I think that platforms are going to just grow and get bigger, man. Sometimes, you get a lot more out of a loss than you do in getting a win. And this is a case where Pitbull Cruz has already shown he's gained so much more from a loss. And I think it's going to be the same thing with Edwin De Los Santos. Going to gain a whole lot more from this loss. And with the win, how it affects you, I think definitely for Devin Haney, more for Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. The win Devin Haney got against Lomachenko plaguing him right now, and the one that Shakur Stevenson got over De Los Santos plaguing him away too. And Gervonta Davis' win over Pitbull Cruz, it's affected him a little bit as well, but he's still making real dough, so he don't give a shit. Y'all keep cool. I'm in the breeze.